Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I'm your host, Judy Mannings, and today's session is with health educator Jerri Haslem. Folks, we want to remind you that AARP empowers people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization that has over 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate for those 50 plus and their families. Again, AARP Alabama is committed to offering opportunities for people to stay engaged from home. The Mindful Movement series provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your home. So, good morning, Jerri. What do you have in store for us today?
Good morning. This morning we are balanced in strength. That's our goals for today.
You know, it sounds so simple, but I'm quite sure it's going to be a lot of fun. But most important, it's going to be an advantage to all of us. Okay. So I want to remind you before you begin any exercise routine, you should consult with your physician to be sure it's safe to participate. All right, Jerri, let's get started.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. And I am so glad that you have joined me this morning. I'm going to go back to one of our basics, a fundamental that a lot of times we don't talk about. We just incorporate it into so many things. And if you've been with me for a while, or if this is your first time with me, I'm a big fan of functional movement, functional activities. Like, Jerri, why are we doing that? Why is this necessary? What's the benefit? What's the purpose? And today we are going to combine balance and strength. We don't ever talk about balance. We just do it, be it we're walking, be it we're playing a sport. We don't even discuss it, but it is something that is essential. And if you don't do it, if you don't focus on it, sometimes you don't think about it, but it is a necessity. Just like your strength, your flexibility, your stretching, all of that. So today, balance, and we're going to add an element of strength, okay? Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do today, I'm going to give us just some routines and some drills. And it's going to seem simple, but I want you to think about it before you do it. I want you to stand up nice and tall and get your feet maybe hip distance apart. I want you to think about zipping up your abs, relax your shoulders. And right here, I want you, if you're comfortable, to close your eyes and to feel for your balance. It sounds kind of silly, but if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, maybe just lower your eyelids some and just feel for your balance. A lot of times we may be in places, we may step off the wrong way and we lose our balance. But the reality is you can't see your balance. You can only feel it. And those are the adjustments that I want us to make today. So standing still, eyes are closed or lowered lids a little bit. Relax, stand up nice and tall, and just ground yourself with that balance. There we go. Now open up your eyes. Now this is what I want us to do. We're going to do some drills. I simply want you to put the weight to one side of your body. So if you would put the weight to the right side of your body, just shifting your weight to that side. Literally, I'm not taking my foot off of the floor, but I'm putting my weight on one side. If you had a feather, you could knock me down because literally the weight is on one side. Bring it back to center. Shift your weight to the opposite side. Just shift your weight, understanding what that feels like. Sometimes you're leaning, you're standing. I just want you to shift your weight to one side of your body. Literally plant all of the weight over there. The other part of the other side is light as a feather. Now bring it back to the center. Understanding what that means. Push your weight to the front of your body. So it's like I could, if I had to, I don't want my heels to come off of the ground, the floor, but if someone could, they could just literally just push me over. I'm fighting for that balance. Those abs are engaged. There we go. Bring it back. Now, lean back. A little slight lean back. Try to keep those feet, toes, heels, everything planted on the floor, but understanding what that balance feels like when you do that. Okay? Now bring it back to the center. Those are the things I want you to kind of play with and practice, because those are the little things that I want you to adjust with. You've heard of people saying, you know what, I just stepped off of something and twisted my ankle or something like that. So understanding the dynamics of that balance and being able to shift and adjust with that. So with that being said, let's zip up those abs. Let's take our foot and place it right out. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. I'm going to set up nice and tall. And right here, engaging my abs. And I'm going to fight for my balance right here. I may feel, when I say my strength, a little bit of a burn on the top of my thigh. My abs are engaged. And I'm shaking a little bit. Yes, I am. Absolutely. Put that foot down. Okay? Opposite foot. Take it out for me. I know if I fall, what will happen? I don't know. We're going to lift that foot up, stand up nice and tall, and slowly bring that leg up. When you do, you're going to feel the strength of engaging your abdominals, and at the top of that thigh, you can feel a slight, oh my goodness, it's waking up, so to speak. Fight for that balance. Your ankle may shake, your body may shake, it doesn't matter, and put it back on the floor. Those are the kind of balancing things I want us to think about, okay? Right here, let's take this foot. You can have your hands right here by your hips. I'm going to put the weight in my hips, and I'm just going to lift the leg up to the side just a little bit. Just lift it up a little bit higher, fighting for that balance. There we go. That's it. Just try to hold it for a few seconds. Bring it back. How was that? Again, put the weight in your hips and heels, squat down, and just lift the opposite leg up. And you're going to find that one side may be a little bit more challenging than the other, and it is fine. We are not here for perfection. We are here to say, hey, we're challenging this balance today. That leg is up, it's out, I'm shaking, open it down. Literally, it will challenge you. Little moves like that, you feel like, oh my goodness, I may fall. And that right there is when I want you to dig in and just adjust, zipping up those abs to get comfortable with it, okay? Right here, we're going to go back. This time, let's add on to that. I know Jerry's always adding on. Let's take those arms right out by our side, okay? Let's try to get them level as we can. It's like we're level. And then I'm going to, exactly with this, feeling comfortable with my balance, I'm going to add on by taking my leg up off the floor. Holding it up, trying not to lean back. There we go. Just a few seconds. And bring it down. When I took that leg up, when I talk about balance and strength, when you have to hold on to your abs, not your breath, but engaging your body, that's where the strength part comes in. Just holding a body part is amazing. You're thinking, well, it feels like I'm holding the weight. Right. You're working your body against your body when you do that. Okay. So other side, arms are out by our side. If your balance is right here, that's fine. Okay. We're going to take the opposite leg and we're just going to extend it out. It may not go out as far as the other one, or it might. Holding it right there, engage those abs. Do not hold your breath. Pull your belly button in, but don't hold your breath, okay? There we go. A little bit of a shake, and it's okay. And bring it back down. Drop those arms. How is that? That also warms up the body. Be like, wait a minute, what just happened? I know. It's that balance, fighting for it, as well as your strength, okay? Right here. Let's take the leg up again. This time, when you think about bringing that leg up to 90 degrees, understand 90 degrees is different for everyone, and it's different for maybe the opposite side, but we're going to hold it up. And once we do, we're just going to extend it out for 3. 1, 2, 3, and put it down. When you do that, again, if you shake, it's okay. If you need to hold on to something, it's okay. But getting you to work and to address that balance, okay? Opposite, let's go, okay? Right here, bring that leg up 90 degrees. And once you do, let's extend it out. 1, 2, 3. That is the strength work that I'm talking about. Working that body a little bit different. Now let's take these legs out, okay? When we take them out this time, I want you to think of your abdominals. And when I say this, a lot of times, hey, we don't want to get on the floor to do a crunch or a sit up. So let's work from a standing position with those abdominals. First thing I want you to do is zip up that core, okay? And I want you not to go forward, not to go back. Remember, we know what our balance is. We're simply going to lean side to side, bringing those hands right down, working those obliques. Abs are in. So the front of those abs, they're in. It's tight. The sides, we're going to work that, okay? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm reaching for my heels. I'm not going to touch them, but that's what I'm signaling to my body. Meaning straight down, working those abdominals, okay? Straight down. Let's alternate this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then the same side, just lean over. Come on, lean over. I can feel myself reaching for that knee, my ankle, my heel, just reaching over, working those obliques. I'm standing up and doing it. 2 more. Give me 1 more. Let's go with the opposite side. Again, I don't want you going forward. I don't want you going back. I want you to think about your abs and your obliques when you're leaning towards the side. Thinking to myself, I'm reaching for my heels, but it doesn't matter. Only thing I'm going to ask is you give me a smile, okay? Let's go. There we go. Come on. Reach forward, going straight down to the side, working those obliques, working that abdominal. Pulling that belly button in, but never holding your breath. Give me 4 more. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Now, remember I say, think about your balance. You're going to push your hips back just a little bit as if they're hinging. Pull that belly button in, and right here, you're just going to take your hands on top of your thighs and slide down. And then slide up. That strength. What we're doing with that strength, not only is our balance, our head follows, we're thinking about our quads, our hamstrings, this lower body. So you can feel that in your lower body as well as your abs. So if we were in the weight room, this would be a deadlift. We're just modifying it. So we're working the back of our body as well as those abdominals. Notice that my knees are soft. That balance and that strength, they're soft. I'm not locking my knees out. Don't want to do that to my joints. So the knees are soft. The belly button is pulled in. If I had weights, but I don't, those hips, they're back, okay? I'm going to look down and go down. So it's going to be my deadlift without weights, just my own body strength. And what I'm using to come up is the back of my body. I'm coming up, but it's almost like if I were to bend my arm is bending and my hand is there for the ride. It's not my hand that's bending. So think about that with your hips. They go back, abs are in, and you're going straight down, and you're bringing it up. And you're bringing it up with the back of your body, okay? Hamstrings, glutes, calves. That's what's doing it. Although the front is what's doing the part, okay? And I try to say that for functional purposes because yes, we've had snow and shoveling and we have leaves, but anytime you're out moving, you want to ask yourself, how will this benefit me if I have to reach down to get something? Making sure that my knees are soft, protecting my hips, my back, doing these things that will build strength and give you the flexibility to do that. If a $5 bill is on the ground, you want to be able to bend down and pick it up comfortably, not hurting yourself. So guess what? We're going to go down and try to imagine that $5 bill, okay? So let's go. Abs are in, hips are back. Our balance, our strength, we're going straight down. Touching those ankles if I want to and bringing it back up. Go down, touch those ankles and bring it back up. Almost like I'm my own little roller coaster here. I'm rolling down. It's comfortable. And my hips, hamstrings, all of that is bringing me back up. Let's do 4 of them. I want you to watch me and then do it. I don't want you watching me and doing it because I want you to be comfortable rolling down and rolling up. Okay? Let's do 4. Let's go. 4. Squeeze those hips. 3. It's 2. Give me one more. And 1. So it's my deadlift going down without using weights when I do that, okay? I'm going to bring those legs in. And this time, I'm simply going to cross one leg over the other, okay? When I do that, I'm going to roll down again. But this time, it's going to be a little bit different because now, guess what? I've changed the balance of it, okay? So when I roll down, oh, and I almost, did you see me almost fall? Yeah. I'm going to roll down and roll up. That is the beauty of that balance. I just said it, and literally, I had to grab myself. Because again, shifting little things, and those are the things that happen in real life, okay? So let's go down and roll back up. If you wobble, it's okay. If you need to grab onto the wall, that's okay as well, okay? Let's do it. I'm going down, and I'm going to roll back up. Squeezing my hips when I come back up. 3 more. Come on. Let's roll down and roll back up. I'm telling you, my ankles, they're just as shaking, just like a leaf. 2 more. Let's go down and bring it up. Challenging that balance. 1 more. Take it down and roll it back up. Woo! We're going to change that out, okay? Right here, take the opposite leg, just cross it over, okay? Once you do, you're going to get your balance from there, okay? And when you do, you're going to roll down. I'm going to roll up. We're going to do 4 of them, okay? Comfortable? We have to hold on. That's perfectly fine too. Let's go. Come on. Let's go down. You see I'm going down a little bit slower on this one. I was shaking even more. 3 more. Taking it down. I love this balance because, my goodness, I don't do it as much as I should. Let's take it down. We got to make sure that that balance is in place in so many activities. Walking. 1 more. And bring it up. Woo! And cross that leg, okay? So right here, let's sit down just a little bit. Not sitting in a chair, but we're going to imagine it is, because what we're going to do a squat. And when we do that, that's that strength that we talk about. And a lot of times people say, Jerri, when I do it, it hurts my knees or my back. Let's not go down too low. Let's feel comfortable in going down. And then let's make sure we're thinking about the right posture for this. Your legs are out. And I always say sometimes you may want to gaze up or look up, because if you're looking down, you may go forward. Your knees may come inside. And that's not what's happening. The weight is in the back. It's in our hips and heels. So when you sit back and come up, I don't care if you go down a 1/2 inch. Doesn't matter. Just understanding, what am I doing? I'm strengthening a full squat. My hips, heels, abs, everything's going back. I'm not going forward. I'm not crunching in, okay? Sitting down as if there was a chair behind me. So when I do it and I come up, it doesn't matter if I go low or lower, feeling comfortable. No, absolutely no pressure with those knees, none, okay? So some people like to turn their feet out. Some people like to put their legs out a little bit wider than their hips. Whatever's comfortable for you. Some people don't like that. I like a wide stance, so I've got my base going. I'm going to look up and come straight up. I'm not crouching or rolling forward, okay? Let's try to do a few. 4, maybe. Again, that strength in those heels and hips. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? The weight is in my hips. What I don't want you to do is to come in. See, I'm not bringing my knees in. Even if they were out, I'm not bringing them in. I'm going back. So what's going down and back are my hips and heels. A squat, when you get ready to pick up something, if you've got to reach down and pick it up, you know, they always say, put the weight in your legs and your hips. Again, that squat protecting your body from injury. Okay. Our strength is so important, but the reality of it is we need the balance combining with the strength, because you don't want to pick up something and you're struggling. You want to make sure you're positioning that weight and that strength. Okay. So let's do four more. I know I just said four, but guess what? We're going to add four more to it. Fair enough? Squats. Weight is in the hips, in the heels, our strength. We're strong. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. We can add on to that. We can take our hands out. We can take our hands above our head. We can squat and press. There are so many variations you can do, but what I want you to get out of this session today is whatever you're doing, if you're walking, if you're lifting, if you're swimming, if you're cycling, all of these things require a balance. And if you don't, or if you're overusing one body part to compensate, it's going to show up. It's like, you know what? I'm having problems with my back, or is it my knees? What's causing those problems? Making sure that you're balanced, you're engaged when you're doing it. And even when we reach up to get something, left and right, reaching up, understanding what that balance is doing, zipping up the core. So again, today, think about your balance. Think about some things that maybe you've been avoiding and challenge yourself just a little bit, okay? Sitting, watching TV in the chair. Think about alternating leg lifts and just hold it for, I don't know, 5 seconds and look at that balance, how you feel. Oh my goodness, challenging yourself just a little bit. And when you do the balance, don't hold your breath, hold that body part. That is what will give you strength. One of the basic things, and you see it, you don't think about it, when a child gets ready to walk, we start applauding. It's like, oh my goodness, they took their first steps. But what is most challenging when an infant is trying to walk? Is the balance. Okay? So it's important. It doesn't go away. It's something I want you to think about in your daily functions as well as in your daily activities. So today, again, balance and strength. There are those two things in your activity, and just rise and shine with it, okay? I thank you so much for today. Again, a little different, not as much movement, but something that we need to incorporate, okay? I've enjoyed it. Judy, I hope you did as well.
Yes, Jerry, I most certainly did. And it was so good for you to make sure that we understood the importance of balance. When you mentioned making that false step and wondering why you trip up, and it's important to be aware and know how to not only correct it, but to practice it on a daily basis. So thank you so much for all of the information as we have every week. So I want to let each of you know that we have dropped a survey link in the chat. Take a moment to let us know what you think about the program. And as usual, Jerry, we really appreciate you being here with us. And for each of you that are here this morning, thanks for joining us. And tune in Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central for the next session of Mindful Movement. Have a happy Tuesday. Use that balance and that strength. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.